Hi guys, it's Emily from Noble Novels and welcome to today's video. This is coming up, I think, on Boxing Day, so I thought I would not talk about Christmas or the end. Let's start talking about the news, things that are exciting, things that are coming up in 2024. And what better to start to end, what better to have on Boxing Day than something to excite you? Because obviously Christmas Day is finished, we've still got New Year's Day to go, but I thought, let's put something fun up and let's talk about the new releases for 2024. I've got 11 new releases for definite. I've got one that I'm very briefly going to mention and a few books that are coming into paperback, which if I can remember the names, I've not got enough space on my paper, so I've not written all of them down. But I have got lots of books that are exciting. Some months that are going to prove expensive. Why do authors always decide to put books out all on the same time? I do not know. They are horrible at it. Joking. Especially seeing as one of the authors is one of my good friends, so I better be stum, hadn't I? But I've got 11 books, quite different genres. Obviously, you've got some contemporaries, we've got some historical fiction, but I think literally my favourite authors are actually all releasing books next year, which is so exciting. The only favourite author that's not releasing a book next year is Beth O'Leary, and that's because she's got a baby on the way, what she's put on Instagram, so as far as I know. But there is rumours that I heard on whose video? Towering TBR. I will link her video down below, but she mentioned that the lovely Sarah Waters is supposed to be getting a book out next year. And I know for a fact that if she's getting a book out, then I would definitely be buying that. And I will, as soon as I hear anything about that, I will share it on social media. But yeah, she told me that there is a book that coming out. So she's got some other great new releases. But I'm going to try and do this roughly in date order. So we've only got one that I know that's coming out in the autumn. We've got a couple of summer ones. But most of the books coming out in April, so it's going to be an expensive first half of the year. I've got to try and be good. Some of these books will be got straight away. Some of them might have to wait a little bit. But enough rambling. I don't want this to be a long video because we don't want to all spend Boxing Day watching loads of long videos, do we? So the first book that is out is going to be Destroy the Day by Bridget Kavanagh. And that is released in the end of January 2024, or mid to the end of January, I believe. I'm not giving exact dates because obviously the UK and US will be different dates anyway, and sometimes publishers do change the dates. But this book is third in the Defy the Night series. She didn't release any books last year because I think she put 2 books out the year before. But it's the third in the series, and the second in the series left us hanging, desperate to know what was going to happen to Corrick, Harrison, and the other lead character, I think Freya, I can't remember. God, it's been so long. But we find out more of what's happening. Now, Bridget Kavanagh does tend to do trilogies, so I think this will be the last in the series, and we're going to find out what happened. I did like the Defy the Night series, but I'm desperate for the next one in her other series, new one. So I'm hoping I can't wait to find out when that's going to be out. And that was the series that's connected to the Curse of Dark and Lonely series. So I'm hoping she releases another one of those soon, because that will be one that I'll be really, really excited about. But yeah, enjoyed the first 2. I think for me, I preferred the second one to the first one. Right. Anyway, that one is obviously exciting. We've got another one that's out in February. We've got 2 more. No, I think it's about 2 or 3 that are out in February. Yeah, 3 that are out in February. So they are, the first one is The Philosophy of Love by Rebecca Ryan. She released No Ordinary Life, I think, last year, and I got it sent to it by the publishers, by Tandem, to review, and I really loved it. The Philosophy of Love is going to be released in February 2024. It's a contemporary, and I'm really looking forward to it. I know the author's is quite good on social media. She does actually chat to her readers, which I love. And this has got a lead character called Alice in it, and obviously we love Alice's name, Alice in the Giant Bookshelf, Alice in Wonderland, 2 best Alices ever. And she meets the lovely Luke, and they take a bet about falling in love and who's going to fall in love first. Bit of love cynics, but it looks really good. Philosophy of love. Does love really exist? That kind of thing. Looks really good. The next one that is coming out in February 2024, and this is one I am so desperate for, and I hope I get it for my birthday. My birthday's in March, and I hope someone gets me this for my birthday. So I'm either hoping I get it for my birthday, or if not, I will get it when we go to London. And that is The Women by Kristen Hannah. I love Kristen Hannah's books. I've got a lot of them in hardback, so this is coming out in hardback, and I don't flipping care. They really Destroy the Night, Destroy the Day, and The Philosophy of Love are both paperbacks. But yeah, I'll be getting it in hardback. I don't care. Kristen Hannah's works will kill me. It will destroy me. It will break me into a million freaking pieces. But I love how it works. And this one is set in the February in 1960s. I think it's 1960s, in a changing world and women becoming heroes, which we love. We love books of shouting out women, and it's set in Vietnam, and it's got, apparently it looks like it's going to break me as well, because obviously Vietnam was another troubled war connected to America, but we've got strong women. It's an American based book, I believe, but it looks absolutely incredible. I love Kristen Hannah's works. She's one of my absolute all-time favourite authors, and I cannot wait to read this. Another one that I believe, this one might be out in hardback already, but it's coming out in paperback, because I know I'll only ever get her books in paperback. And this is A Gift of Poison by Bella Ellis, and that's the fourth in the series connected to the Bronte sisters. It's the Bronte sisters mysteries. The first book I loved. The second one I thought was okay. I've got to read the third soon, and I will probably have to read that. I might try and read that sooner. Maybe I might read that in February, so then I've got it ready for when I read this. And this is basically, we're talking about the Bronte sisters, and I think for me it's taught me a lot more about the Bronte sisters. It is mystery. Bella Ellis is like connected to Bronte sisters, so I think it's a pen name. And this one is to do with poison and alleged murder and things like that. And I know in this one it also talks about the fact that the Bronte sisters, Anne and Emily, have been published, but Charlotte's not been published yet, and there's some sort of connections to that, and it's exciting, it's thrilling, it's mysterious. It looks flipping brilliant, so I can't wait for that. Then the next two April releases are The Holiday Escape by Heidi Swain. We all know I love Heidi Swain. She is, I think, sorry, page 2, but I think Heidi Swain's beating you almost, like pretty much up there. Heidi Swain is a lovely contemporary author. The Holiday Escape is is a standalone, so it's not connected to any of her series. I think she likes doing her summer books as standalones. And this is set in like a creative retreat in Kitawaki Cove, so that's probably a location she's made up. And about this lead character who, like Ali, and she works with her dad at this creative retreat, and then she goes on holiday. She meets a guy on holiday, and something happens there. And when she goes back to the holiday home, something that happens in the holiday goes back and bites her on the bum. Because I've got a funny feeling that Ali's probably told the bloke something on holiday that wasn't necessarily the truth. She made a sort of a bit of a creative embellishment about herself, and I think the truth comes to bite you on the bum. We all tell people lies do not get you anywhere. They bite you on the bum. So I've got a funny feeling that's connected. It's Heidi Swain. I'm going to get it. I'll get it pretty quickly, but it will be a summer read, so maybe I don't need to get it straight away. Part of me wants to get it straight away because I know that it helps the publishers, it helps the authors, and I would love to help her because she's frigging amazing. But it will be one that, it's definitely a summer book to read in summer. The last April release is The Household by Stacey Holmes. Another one this is getting released in April 20, no, oh, this is an April one. Those two April ones, we've got another March one. Okay, I'll talk about that and then I'll go back to the other March one. I'm going ahead of myself. I thought I'd written it in order, but I haven't. And the next one is The Households by Stacey Holmes. And this is released in April 2024. It's set in London in 1847. Not all who have fallen want to be saved. And it's to do with the fallen women, and it's connected to Charles Dickens' Home for Fallen Women. Set in the Victorian times. It's by Stacey Holmes. I'll get it in hardback. I've loved every single one of her books. They are literally my favourite books ever. They are historical, they are dark, they're freaking depressing, but it's coming out and I can't wait. So, got ahead of myself. We're now in March books. I'm sorry about this. And they're all bloody released in the middle of March. So, the first March book is by another favourite author, and that's The Tea Shop Girls by Elaine Everest. The paperback is being released before the hardback, but I will not get her books in hardback. I will only get them in paperback. And this is the third in the Tea Shop Girls series, which is another series that I've loved. I loved the first two books. I will keep all of Elaine Everest's books. This is set in the 1942, and it's to do with, it's not connected to the Woolworths Girl series at all. It's a completely different series, and it's set by the coast, and we've got lead characters called Rose, Lily, Flora, and Anya. I love all of those women. I am going to probably reread the second one so that I can catch myself up. Some of these books with series, I'll probably need to read the ones before them in the series before I catch up. I love it. It's all connected to the She Shop Girls, and it's lovely. Oh God, sorry. But it's a brilliant, it's just looking fantastic. It's historical fiction, it's wartime, it's Elaine Everest, it's part of a series. What more do I need to know? Now the next one that is on my list, another favourite author, Seven Summers by Paige Toon. It's released at the end of March, but it looks like a summer book. So even though I may get it pretty soon to support her, because she's another favourite author of mine, I literally love every single one of her books. And The Seven Sisters has got a brilliant pink cover. Yes, Alice, you can tease me, it's a pink cover. But it is set, and it's first set 6 summers ago, and Liv and Flynn meet up, and they meet working at a bar, and they promise to meet every summer. And then something happens in this summer, like the 7th summer, where Liv meets a bloke called Tom. Tom, connected to Thomas, again, got me on that. And I've heard that the author says that this book broke her into 1 million pieces. Paige Toon, breaking into 1 million pieces. What are you authors trying to do to me next year? 2023 was the shittiest year, was a shitty hard year in some ways. Let's hope 2024 is easier. Please, please, please. But yeah, books are going to break me. Just what I flipping need. Then to another book that is a third in this series, but this one is, I'm telling you about it because it's in hardback, but I will not be getting it until it's in paperback, and that is Mary the First, Queen of Sorrows by Alison Weir. Now you all know that I've read the first in that series. It's a new series by her, which was Elizabeth of York, and that one came out in paperback this year, but it came out in hardback the year before that. The second in the series about Henry VIII, and Henry VIII's story is coming out in paperback this year, in 2024, and I will be getting that in paperback. But then I wanted to let you know that the third in the series is coming out in hardback, and that is obviously set, and it's purely about Mary the First. So that's King Henry VIII's first child that lived, and that is Mary the First, and she had her with Catherine of Aragon. We know she had a bloody hard time, but not many books written about her. They're written about Elizabeth, her little sister. There's obviously a lot known about Elizabeth, but there is not many books that are written about Mary, and Mary had a really tough time. Obviously, we all know she's the first child that lived. She was the apple of her father's eye until things didn't go very well, and none of her other sort of full siblings survived. So her dad got with Anne Boleyn, who was a beep. You all know what I think of Anne Boleyn. And then she kind of got discarded, and even though she was the first child, there was big gap. There was a smaller gap between her and her sister Elizabeth. You know, guys, know I love about the Tudors, but it is really interesting to find out about how Mary's story and how Mary must have felt, and it is obviously all connected. It's not non-fiction; it is fiction, but it is going to be connected to what really happened to Mary. So it'd be nice to hear Mary's story. So I'm really looking forward to that. Even though I have to probably wait a couple of years, but the paperback, I will be getting the Henry story because I'm looking forward to that. And the penultimate book that is getting released next year that I'm so excited about, and that is released in the summer of 2024. It is The Trouble with Mrs. Hurst by Katie Lumsden. Yes, it's our Katie. She has got her next book coming out in the summer of 2024. It's set in 1841. And we have a lead character called Amelia. I know that's Mia's full name, so I'm still loving the name Amelia. I think it's a brilliant name. And it's being set up by her dad to marry Mr. Hurst, Mr. Montgomery Hurst. But Amelia doesn't want to. She's a bit of a rebel, and she's looking like she wants to go up and do her own thing. And it's all connected to that, and Katie sent me a lovely description, which is, I believe, on the Waterstones website. It's not so much described on the Amazon website, although I have got it on my Amazon wish list, but it is being released in Waterstones. I will be going to Katie's launch when she does it. I hope she invites me anyway. But I will be going to it. I want to read it as soon as it's possible. It's set in the obviously 1841, which is a really interesting type period of history that I absolutely love. I can't wait. Katie's book that she released this year is my favourite one of the year. I'll straight away tell you it's my favourite of the year. So let's see whether I love this one as much, which I know because it's Katie's, but it looks brilliant. Then the last book for definite that's coming out is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune, and it's the sequel to one of my favourite books ever, and that is Under the Cerulean House in the Cerulean Sea, which I loved, and that's going on my favourites as well. So you're hearing that, and it's a sequel. I've got loads. I've got another one of T.J. Klune's books that I want to read, but I'm scared that I won't love it as much as House in the Cerulean Sea, because I loved House in the Cerulean Sea so bloody much. And this is the sequel, and we got Arthur, who ran the house in the Cerulean Sea, and we go back to that, and we go back to that place, but we meet a new child, and that is exciting, and I thoroughly cannot bloody wait for that. I will be getting that book. I don't care if it's hardback, paperback, I will be getting it. I just need it. I need it. It looks so flipping good. We've also got Funny Story About Emily Henry coming out in paperback. We've got paperbacks for some of the new Jenny Colgan's summer book that she got last year. That's coming out in paperback this year, so that will be good. We've got some other great books coming out. So there's loads and loads of great books coming out in paperback, but these are the ones I wanted to shout out. Please let me know what books you're excited about, and I think we're going to do one of the celebration emojis, an emoji to talk about celebrating, because obviously we're celebrating new releases. So if you got to the end of this video, do an emoji for celebration. So like one of those, like, you know, the party emoji. Yeah, actually do a party emoji, because it's Boxing Day. We all should be partying. We all should be having fun. I know that the day this book's gone out, this video goes live, I would have gone to the Waterstones sale with Charlie, and my Waterstones band would have been broken. God knows how dangerous that's going to be. I'm going with Charlie and Vicky. Haha. Exciting. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I hope you all have a lovely time on New Year's. You've obviously got my gratitude journal is the last one of the year to come out. But I hope you're all having a great time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.